Hello again, everybody, and welcome back. Today is the 8th day of January, 2026, and here I go again. I'm in Montecito today, had to visit a customer, and I'm walking by this very, very lushly planted garden here. This property belongs to the guy who invented the Beanie Babies, of all things. And God knows I've tried to shoot this 2 times for my garden channel and have failed both times. Oh, and by the way, stopped at Jeannine's bakery for my latte. I really like their latte there. Look at this place. Pretty amazing. The first time I shot it, because the service is not so good here, I did it as a live broadcast, and the quality was terrible. It just didn't broadcast very well because the service just sucks over here. And the second time I shot it, I had accidentally put my camera on, what do you call it? Slow motion. So the frame rate was all wrong. The colors were wrong. It just hasn't worked yet. I don't know. And I don't have enough time to shoot it today for that channel, because I'm going to walk along Butterfly Beach here and talk to you about beverages. 2 in particular: coffee and rum, or alcohol in general. I may have to put my sunglasses on once I get out to the beach side, but not to offend anyone, just to cut the glare. So what should we talk about first? Coffee, or let's do coffee first. That'll get my juices flowing here, and then I'll break into the other one. Yeah, sunglasses are going to be a necessity. Here's one reason why I never do a lid. Again, the guys know me over here. No lid. Here we go. Ready? It's like a third hand, right? When you don't have a lid. So, coffee. Well, I guess I'm going to have to talk about both now, since the relationship is really what I wanted to start with. So, as you know, ever since I got my new computer, my new faster computer, I started the second channel because my editing was just, the speed of my editing had ramped up so much that I thought, well, I have so much more that I want to talk about that is not going to fit on this other channel, just because it's niche. And I thought, well, we'll do channel number 2. So that's when I started this channel here. And what had happened at that point was, because my habit, I'm going to call it a habit right now, even though we're going to talk about that too. I really would like to know from some of you if this is really a habit or not a habit, or what you would call it, an addiction. I guess maybe more of a habit than an addiction by the time we get to the end of this video. But my typical day, every single day for many years now, I'm going to say probably for the last, 3 years, probably, was half a bottle of rum a day. And that is between cooking and relaxing in the evening, barbecuing, whatever I was doing. I would do half a bottle of rum. And it was pretty much without fail. Let me show you the ocean here. It seemed like it was going to be a lot windier. Nice day today, for sure. But I thought it'd be a little windy to do the vlog out here today. But there you go. There's the ocean looking over these succulents and lantana. We have a agave americana there. And then on the other side, there are lots and lots of palms that belong to that property that I showed you from the other side. Used to be 2 properties, now it's 1. I guess the guy's kind of rich, right? So I decided to start the second channel, and I didn't have not only time to drink the rum, like sit and drink the rum. I guess I could do it while I was editing, but there's that other effect that it has on you. It makes you a little groggy, makes you a little tired. And I'm just too busy to do that right now. And so since I got that computer, even a couple days before, because I knew it was coming and I knew it was going to be faster, I started shooting and getting ready for the second channel. And I just like completely stopped, quit. So we're going to talk about rum first. Is this how this is going to go? Since I'm not drinking so much rum now, my coffee consumption has gone up. Not a big deal. But what I wanted to talk to you about coffee was, we'll go back to rum here in a second. I'm driving to this customer's house today, and I call her up to let her know that I'm on my way. And she had heard about my obsession with Jeannine's coffee, or bakery, the coffee you get at Jeannine's American Bakery here in Montecito. I like to go to the Montecito one because parking is always better than Santa Barbara. This parking is terrible over there. Montecito, you pull right up to the front, which is nice. So she wanted to know why I liked it so much. She kind of probed as to how much of a coffee fiend I am. So I let her know, and she started to go into her coffee routine, which is actually kind of cool. Her beans that she gets are roasted for her. She knows the day they were roasted. She knows the day she starts using them after they're roasted. And she has her own grinder, which she has got set to a specific grind. And she has these really cool, kind of old school drip coffee makers. I'm going to stand up on the ledge here, overlooking this, overlooking the ocean right now. So she kind of got excited, like, wow, I didn't know anybody was into coffee so much, but I think she's probably into coffee a little bit more than I am. But she wanted to know all about what was going on with the Jeannine's coffee. So I told her, and it's not like the best coffee that I get. It's just that when I'm in this area, it is the best coffee that I found. So she said, well, look, you got to try some of these beans and I'll do this. And it was great. She made a really good cup of coffee, and she doesn't doctor it with anything. So we just had a nice long discussion about coffee and, the whole thing that goes with it, the routine of making it, grinding it, brewing it, the different notes that it gets when you do different things. And that was fun. That was really cool. I'm drinking a lot more coffee these days since I'm not sitting there drinking rum in the evenings. So I am drinking coffee a lot of times at night. Back to the rum. So can somebody out there tell me, I guess what you would call it is, what is your relationship with rum? Or alcohol in general? We could just call it alcohol. What is your relationship with alcohol? What do you call it? How many forms are there? What's good? What's bad? I don't really know, because I like the taste of it. I mean, like, I'm a cook, right? And I love the to taste the flavors of things and stuff like that. And I actually really love the taste of rum. The dark, the light, all kinds of rum. And I like the mixed drinks. And not that I won't have them again. In fact, one of my friends is getting ready to finally open his tiki bar in Camarillo. And I will be going there soon as it opens to give it a shot. So it's not like I'm saying I won't drink the rum. It's just that it didn't fit in my life anymore the way it did before I started the second channel. So I don't know. I don't know how to explain or categorize the so-called relationship that I have with rum in particular. other alcohols too. I mean, I like tequila, but I don't really drink tequila a lot, especially straight. I love margaritas. But particularly rum. And I don't know. I mean, I know there are people who have issues with it. Health-wise, I guess it's not the best for you. I just don't know. If somebody knows, like, hey, what would you call this? Where this guy drinks half a bottle of rum a day. He enjoys it. Like, he likes the taste of rum. It's not like I'm doing shots or anything. I sip it, I mix it. It's all about the flavor for me. Otherwise, I would just buy like cheap vodka and do shots of it or something. And then one day he just decides, you know what, I'm too busy for this, and stops like that and just doesn't do it anymore. At least not at home and not in the quantities. I think so. Since I started this channel, I have had one margarita when I was out to dinner with my wife, and that's it. I think it started around Christmas, definitely New Year's Eve. There was nothing, which typically there would be. Even break into a little champagne from time to time. And if you look back through my Facebook and all that stuff, you will find, going back every year, some kind of adult beverage during New Year's Eve. This time, nothing. Although if you watch my, and I did this, my daughter and I were out on the front lawn. I blew my conch shell to ring in the new year. And then I look at the camera, I say a few words, and then I go back inside. And my daughter, she said something to me. She's like, how much have you had to drink? And I said, nothing. I don't even have anything here to drink. And I went back when I was editing. I looked at this thing and I'm like, son of a bitch, I look drunk. I totally look drunk. Look at this. The agave glove monster. The nice thing is, we don't need those kind of gloves around here. I mean, look at it. It is January 8th, and people are walking around in shorts. I got my Hawaiian shirt on, which I usually do. So where was I? Yes, in that video, I think I called it saying goodbye to 2025 or something. I do appear to be intoxicated at the end of that video. And I laughed. I thought it was funny. But that's not the case. Absolutely not true. There was one little aspect of this walk and talk that I left off that I want to address right now. I'm inserting this into the walk and talk, and then we'll get back to the walk and talk. As evidenced by my daughter's questioning on New Year's Eve as to how much I had to drink and the way I appeared in the video. It's the part about your demeanor, I guess you would call it, your personality. My demeanor doesn't change whether I've had no rum or I've had half a bottle of rum. I'm kind of the same person always. And that is, like I said, evidenced by the fact that my daughter could tell if I had anything to drink or if I had nothing to drink. She was asking me. And the answer was zero. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Does that mean that I don't change when I drink, or I just seem like I'm drunk all the time? I don't know. I kind of like either of those answers, I guess, right? There's different levels of alcohol consumption. I get it. From casual to absolute abuse, right? And I think I would call half a bottle of rum a day excessive for sure. Unnecessary. Unnecessary, probably. A waste of money? I don't know about a waste, but a consumption of your funds for sure. I calculated it out about $200 a month just in rum. Boy, it is getting windier as we walk away from the beach. That's weird. So, I don't know. I haven't missed it. I've really enjoyed my time doing the edits and posting the videos, but it has led to an increase in coffee consumption. So I can't really say I'm saving about $200 a month. I'm just spending it elsewhere, let's put it that way. I'm going to walk along this tropical privacy hedge wall here, privacy screen, I guess we could call it, while I'm finishing up my talk here. Just because I've been so unsuccessful in capturing it in the past. I can take these off now. Take a good look at the plants. I guess if you're just drinking half a bottle of rum a day and you just stop, then maybe it was just some kind of habit that I got into, right? Just having something in my hand. That could be. I don't know. Benefit-wise, I think, I feel better when I get up in the morning. That's for sure. Not completely, though, because I have been staying up later to edit videos. So there's a little trade-off there. And other than that, I mean, the savings, it's negligible. I don't really know that that's really a reason to not do it. But if someone out there can tell me, like, hey, you know, these are the types of alcohol consumption from okay to, you know, you're going to lose everything. I think that's on the table for a lot of people. I get it, right? You could get a DUI. That's never happened to me. I mean, obviously, instead of getting a DUI, you could kill somebody and get a DUI. I'm sure they would still prosecute you for that, even if you killed somebody and more. And if you kill somebody or seriously injure them, you're going to be on the hook financially too. So your property is at stake. I suppose if you call in sick too much to your job could be at stake. Or if you, God forbid, if you show up to work intoxicated, or you get intoxicated while you're at work, you could be terminated. So that wouldn't be good. That is going to go down in your permanent record, right? So that's one end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum are the people who just say, I don't drink, I'm not drinking. Like, my dad is one of those people. My dad actually thinks alcohol should be illegal. And funny coming from him, I was there. I've carried you with my brother and my friend back from the lake, completely hammered where you couldn't even walk. So, you know, I guess people have different, again, relationships with alcohol. So anyway, yeah, if there is a spectrum, I get it. I just don't know where I fall. I know I'm not on the one end where I say, I don't touch this stuff. That's not me because, like I said, good morning. Is it still morning? It is. Okay. Good morning then.
Are you a YouTuber?
You know what? I am.
Oh, fine.
Yeah. So I have two channels.
Yeah.
I got a much faster computer
Okay.
than when I started my first channel. My first channel is Tropical Gardening.
Tropical gardening.
Yes,
Okay.
and if you want to look it up, I'll give it to you.
Okay, hold on.
Nice to run into some nice people. From New York, obviously?
No.
Oh, okay.
We were just tourists there.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, let me put a note. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me just go to YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, go to YouTube and I'll give you both of my channels.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about how my my new computer is so much faster that my other channel is so niche that I couldn't really get into a lot of the things that I wanted to talk about on there. So I thought, well, I can edit so much faster now. I'm just going to start another channel.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that fell off the shelf was my rum consumption. I used to drink about half a bottle of rum a day. And I'm like, I haven't touched this stuff since I started the channel because I don't have time.
I thought you had more time now and that you're drinking 2 bottles a day.
No, I love rum. Don't get me wrong. I haven't sworn it off either. So it's not like I'm not going to touch it, right?
Okay.
That's not what end of the spectrum I'm on. It was just actually what I was
Is there
talking
rum in there?
No. This is Jeannine's latte. Okay, you there?
Okay, tropical garden, right?
So just type in Jungle Land 805, all one word.
Jungle Land.
Jungle Land 805. This is going to be my 956th subscriber right here.
Yeah.
I'm almost at 1,000. Yeah, you
Okay,
can
there you go.
join too if
I'll
you
join
want.
too.
Yeah,
Subscribe. That's
subscribe.
You. Subscribe. Okay.
Right, and then the
Gotcha.
channel I'm doing now, which
Okay.
you will be on if you're cool with it.
I'm sure.
I'm not going to force. I'm filming
fine with
myself right now.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. No problem. Just cut out the bad parts and make me look slimmer.
Yeah. All right, and then the other one is all one word again. Well.
Well.
Yeah, I know.
Well. Okay, 3 wells.
Here I go again.
Here I go again.
The reason why, yeah, here I go again. It's all one word though. Well, here I go again. It's all run together. The reason why I named it that, because I didn't know if I wanted to do a daily thing or a periodic thing.
So it doesn't force you.
Doesn't force me, exactly.
That's it, right?
Yep, that's me. Here I go again.
I'm subscribed to both.
You're awesome.
I'm going to check you out.
I would love that.
Yeah,
Thank you
course.
so
Nice
much.
to meet you.
Hey, look at this. I ran into look at, there you are on my screen. You're my new subscriber. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I'm on the garden channel. Okay. It's all tropical gardening. So I show my garden, specific plants. I go to friends' gardens, and I've got more coming up now that the rain's gone, right? You live around here?
We're up in the Bay Area.
It's been, we've gotten buckets of rain.
We came down here for the sunshine.
Yes, it's nice. I don't even know why you have a jacket on today, to tell you the truth. I'm doing this one daily.
Yeah,
but
that's good.
But I was just
talking. You're not forced to. You can do it as you want.
I'm not forced to, yes, but I'm kind of forcing myself to, just because it's so fun.
Yeah,
I like it.
Is well, here we go again also gardening related?
It is not.
It's not. Just
no, it's like just kind of walk and talk. But here's the thing. A lot of people might click on my video and go, oh, this guy's just because sometimes I don't have time to get out and film stuff. Yeah. So I just put the camera like right on the dashboard.
Okay. Well, okay.
And and it's looking at me, and they're like, okay, this guy's just talking about his mundane day while he's driving. But if you watch it, it's like, no, I am actually going to pick up a book that I lent to one of the stars of the Jackass and Wild Boys TV show, because I know him.
Yeah.
So, and I had a whole discussion about the book and who wrote it. This guy, Ed Gamester from England, is a strongman guy. He's not tall, long hair. Guy like rips off his clothes and jumps in frozen rivers and throws axes and stuff. And he was in a documentary that a guy that he graduated from the film school where I used to work. Okay. He made this documentary about rum, did the screening at my friend's tiki bar in North Hollywood, and I was there to help set up for it, and I knew the guy, and I knew a lot of the people he had interviewed for the documentary. I knew, but he didn't talk to me about this. I didn't find out until after the thing was already produced, right? So it's just all these kind of serendipitous things that happen, and I put those in the video. So I try to make some sense out of it.
Connections. It's like one thing that you mentioned might interest someone, and it's like, it's kind of like it goes off on tangents. Like tiki bars you just mentioned. I have a friend who has a tiki bar up in Alameda, on the island of Alameda.
Yeah. Forbidden Island. Yeah, I know it. Listen, if you're into tiki bars, Daniel Smith Ventura on Instagram. That's me.
Okay.
That is my tiki bar account.
Okay.
And it is chock full of tiki bar stuff. Okay. Yes, like you wouldn't believe. It's all tiki bar stuff. Yeah. But so just things like that happen. Like I went to the Japanese garden in Van Nuys at the Tillman water reclamation plant, right? So they do wastewater treatment, but the water comes out into this huge expansive pond, and they have a very traditional Japanese garden. You can walk around. It's free now. It used to be $5, cash only, but now it's free. Walked around. They film movies there because they've got this really modernist looking building there, right? So I was just going to go walk, show the garden, like, oh, this is a cool place. And they filmed some movies here. Well, then I saw this table that they had made out of a cross section of a log, had a big crack going through it. And I'm like, you know what? There's a philosophy in Japan about these items that
where you fill it with gold, right?
Yeah, they're not discarded.
Even the teacups.
Yes, it kind of tells a story about its history. It's called wabi sabi. I couldn't think of it then, but I got off the camera, I looked it up, and I just launched into this whole thing about the philosophy and how it relates to us too, right? You know, like we get exactly. So I got into that, and then, you know, like I was just being very quiet in this one they have these tea houses things, right? And they have it set up so that your views out the windows are very specific. It's so Japanese, right? So there's people sitting there, and I walked in there. I didn't want to film and talk and break the silence, right? I just want to, so I'm being very quiet. I walk outside and I hear this water trickling, and I'm like, what is that? And I look around, and there's this beautifully either carved stone bowl or cast concrete bowl.
Oh, like a fountain.
Yeah, with a little piece of bamboo dripping, streaming water into it. And I'm like, you know, this piece of art, what would it be without the movement of the water and the sound, which the artist has no control, you know, they have control, but they didn't provide that. But it does, the piece is nothing without it. And how, like, I started experiencing this piece of art before I could even see it, right? So I just completely launched into this whole philosophical thing. So they're not as boring. Yeah, they're not as boring as they come off, like, right when you first see me on screen, right?
Well, I really like slice of life YouTube videos, not overly produced. Like, I don't know if there's a guy I called GIV in German in Venice.
Yes,
follow him.
I do.
I love his videos.
Yeah,
they're so like.
And he's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around he's based in Venice. I follow all his videos.
Yeah. German in Venice.
Yeah, actually, he was
German in Venice. Shout out! Hey, here's one of your fans right here. Nice. Yes, of course I know who he is. Yeah. So my issue right now with this channel is that I basically just took a dormant channel that I had that I wasn't using it to produce content. I just used it. I signed on to watch things like 14 years ago or something. It's an old channel.
Yeah, I did the same. Yeah.
And I just would post, like, you know, stupid videos of my kids or whatever, and I would send a link to my mom. Yeah. So I had 400 and some subscribers, and I go, well,
where did they come from?
Right? I'll just take this channel over, and I've already got. I'm almost halfway to partner, right? At 500, your partner, and the thing is those people, because I work for Land Rover. I'm a big Land Rover nut, right? Okay. I've had Land Rover since my first car was a Land Rover, even before I had a license, right? Wow. I have one of those old, you know, like 69 Land Rovers I'm tooling around in. And I'm a huge Land Rover nut. So I would put Land Rover stuff up there too. So I got a little bit of Land Rover stuff, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So those subscribers have absolutely nothing in common. So that YouTube hasn't figured out what the hell I'm doing yet. So I get like no views, no new subscribers. This channel, someone like you subscribing that watches German in Venice.
Yeah, I love German.
So see, you're gonna help feed the machine to tell it what I like or tell it what I'm doing. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm so glad I ran into you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Lovely to meet you.
My name's Daniel. You probably figured that out. Your name? Devin.
And I'm Jason. Yeah.
Jason, Devin. All right, cool. Thanks to meet you. I gotta pick up where I left off about the rum.
You know, I think we distracted you horribly.
Sorry.
I know. It's totally fine.
It'll come to you though eventually.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Tiki bar.
Tiki bar, right? Thank you so much. Bye. Wow, this is gonna turn out to be a longer video than I thought. So, where was I? So there is that one end of the spectrum where there's those people who say, I don't touch this stuff. And like I said, that's not me. The other end is obviously what we discussed, the full-on just completely abusing the substance, abusing your life, abusing everything around you, cars, maybe, people. And I'm not that either. And I don't know if alcohol is the same way with like other substances. I better cross the road here. I'm gonna get smashed. I don't know if alcohol is similar to, other things that people might do excessively and then they stop and then it has some kind of effect on them, right? I mean, the strong end of that would be something like, I don't know, some kind of drugs, right? Where if you stop using it, like you get some kind of like shakes or sweats or something like that, right? I don't know if alcohol is like that. I guess it isn't, because I think I would be at half a bottle a day. I think I would be drinking enough to notice something like that. So I'm going to leave it up to the audience in the comments to tell me the levels of whether it be habit or abuse or addiction or enjoyment, I guess, would be on the lower end of the scale. Just casually using. Where that falls as for, for a person. Or, oh, look at this, a mailbox I can use to switch my gimbal hand with. Or say, like just someone who like chemically has to have it in their system. Maybe I wouldn't say in order to function. I don't know that that's even possible. Like, some people have to have something in their system, caffeine, just to function, right? I don't know if that's what it's like either. But as I've explained, it's going to be too windy over here. Going to be too windy. The mic is not going to like that. I will tell you, for a little more context, that I've always been able to, like, kind of turn it off and turn it on when it comes to, like, say I go to Disneyland. I love Disneyland. And I love Trader Sam's, which is right there, a monorail ride away. I could do it anytime I'm at Disneyland. Not a problem. Super easy to get to. Super fun to go to. And when I'm going to Disneyland, I already have a reservation, so I know when I'm going to be there. I can make a reservation to get inside. But alcohol makes me groggy. And you notice it more during the day because that's when you're usually alert. If you're doing it late at night, you don't know if you're just tired or if it's the effects of the alcohol. So I am not tempted by Trader Sam's when I'm at Disneyland. Absolutely not. Because I don't want to go there and be half awake. It's just not my style. And so it's not like oxygen or water to me, right? I don't have to have it, as evidenced by the last few weeks anyway. About as long as I've been doing this daily vlog. So I think that's going to be it. I'm hitting at 38 minutes and 14 seconds here. I don't want to bore you too much, but I'd like an answer to that. I know somebody out there has experienced the same thing or dealt with people who have experienced the same thing. I know there's a lot of people who've dealt with the other extremes, for sure. But maybe there's somewhere in the middle on those two categories. Whether it's a habit, whether it's an addiction, whether it is casual, or whether it is destructive. So I guess in the end, I don't really need to know the answers to this, right? because whatever I'm doing for me, it's going to work for me and maybe not for someone else. So maybe this whole talk was just about drinking more coffee, which I will gladly do in the pursuit of editing. I know that sounds crazy. Oh God, I love this. I love this tropical privacy screen. This is a great example of what I would like the surround of my house to look like. Festooned with palms and ferns and schefflera and the like. All very green, leafy lusciousness. Okay, hey, everybody. I want to thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you spending your time with me on this vlog. And I will see you again next time. Until then, take care. That is a damn fine cup of coffee.